Ten,
Standby to take studio.
7, 6,
Standby
5,
camera 1, mics 1 and 2.
3, 2, 1.
Take studio.
Hello and welcome to another episode of MCTV News. I'm your host, Matthias Kidd.
And I'm Jillian Andrews. On today's show, we'll look into Media 9 class. Sean Rattell will introduce us to DCR construction and painting, and reporter Braden Lavoie shines a spotlight on Lavoie Outdoor Rink. But first, here's our top story.
There's been a lot of talk recently between council and residents on whether or not there should be lights on Main Street near the Shell and A&W. Our very own Sloan Kolotyluk was able to talk with town leaders, residents, and business owners.
Main Street near Shell, there are major and minor problems that simply a set of lights could fix. Many residents and business owners agree that this could be a solution to this problem.
Very difficult intersection to turn onto. My home is in the neighborhood just to the north, and when driving into town or out of town at specific times of day, it's sometimes you're waiting at the intersection for over a minute or two because traffic flow is so heavy. This intersection absolutely needs traffic lights.
Have seen many accidents. I've had to call the cops numerous amount of times. I can't even count. Over 10 for sure. Lights would be great. The way that it's working right now, it's not going well. Even the pedestrian lights, people don't always notice them. I think it's just that it's a hard area to see around. I don't know what visibility. Because I think that people would be safely stopped when other people are trying to pass or go through, things like that.
Right now, the intersection that you're describing on 107th Street and 100th Avenue is under the plan of the Transportation Master Plan, which is a plan for how we will address transportation issues of all types, vehicular or pedestrian, over the next 25 years. That area specifically has been identified within the 0 to 5 year plan as that's something that we need to address. The road itself, 100th Ave, that goes all the way through town, Highway 642, is under the jurisdiction of the Alberta Transportation Department. So it is under the ownership of the province, and anything that we do along this road, we have to get their permission. So right now that area is identified as a location for either a roundabout or a traffic intersection. So it could be either or, and that would be done as soon as the traffic volumes require that. At this point, as I said, it is listed between a 0 to 5 year term right now. However, it is listed as a low priority.
After hearing both sides of the issue, we will just have to wait and see what happens. MCTV News, Sloan Kolotyluk reporting.
Welcome back. It's no secret so far this year the weather has been peculiar. Most students have noticed a distinct temperature change this winter. Though the roads are still icy, our snowfall has been rather barren these days. To tell us more about the upcoming weather, here's MCTV's very own meteorologist, Winsor.
Thanks, guys. Up in Whitehorse, we have -11 and some cloud. In Vancouver, we have sun and 5 degrees. In Regina, there's some sun and some light snow at -7. In Yellowknife, snow and -28. In Iqaluit, we have sun and a little bit of cloud cover at -4. In Winnipeg, we have -11 and some snow as well at -11 and some snow. In Toronto, we have some snow and -1. And in Montreal, we have -3 and some cloud with some, -3 and some cloud. In Halifax, we have some snow at 0 degrees. And in St. John's, we have -2 and some snow as well. Up in High Level, it's -13, some sun and some snow. In Fort McMurray, it's -14 and snow as well. In Grand Prairie, we have sun and some light cloud at -6. In Edmonton, we have some sun and snow at -2. In Jasper and in Banff, both sunny and -7. In Calgary, we have -3 and some sun. In Medicine Hat, we have light cloud and -3. And in Red Deer, we have -5 and light cloud as well. The current conditions are -3. We have some sun and some cloud cover. The wind is 24 kilometers an hour coming from the west. The sun rose at 8:36 this morning, and it's going to set at 4:56 p.m. Looks like we're going to get a little bit colder throughout the week. On Saturday, we have some cloud cover, a high of -17, a low of -19. Some snow on Sunday, -15 and a low of -20. Snow on Monday and Tuesday as well. Both have high of 18 and low of -22. On Wednesday, we have cloud as well, and -18 is the high and -21 is the low. On Thursday, we have cloud and a little bit of sun, -19, and the low is -23. On Friday, we have cloud cover and some sun as well, -16 and -21 is the low. Back to you guys.
Coming up next, Brielle Winsor dives into the details of Media 9 class. This option class introduces students to the world of graphic design. These students have the chance to learn about all sorts of different computer tools. Let's have a look.
Media 9 is a grade 9 option course at MCHS that teaches students how to use softwares such as Photoshop, Adobe Illustrator, and GarageBand.
We do graphic design, like Illustrator, Photoshop, GarageBand.
To me, Illustrator is still my favorite. I love designing logos and design work using that vector-based software. Those are some life skills. Everybody needs to photo edit maybe a photograph in their lifetime, so this is certainly a course that everyone can benefit from at some point later in life.
There are a variety of softwares and projects that are involved in Media 9, and this variation sparked the interest of many students.
It's just fun. I got to learn something new from it. I was always interested in Photoshop and stuff, but like this year I really learned how to use it.
Like the project, it seemed really cool and different.
I really like the movie poster that we just did, where we had to take friends' faces and or people's faces and then put them on a movie poster. That was really fun.
I think if you're a student who likes art, I think a lot of art students would really, find this course interesting because it allows you to explore new digital tools that allow you to create artwork design. I think a lot of people think, I have to be a computer person to be good at graphic design. I don't think that's the case at all. You're just learning how to use a particular tool on the computer.
COVID-19 took over and all Alberta students were sent home to do online learning, but Mr. Badestein and all the media students pushed through the virtual portion and are luckily back in the computer lab.
We unfortunately were not able to do our animation unit because very difficult to run this at home if you haven't got the Adobe suite of software at home or the right computer to run it on. The students were still given assignments when they were at home. They just weren't the same assignments that would have been given here, and they wouldn't have been as what I would consider to be as in-depth assignments.
First of all, we couldn't use Photoshop or any of those things. I mostly use Google Slides for most of the projects.
Media 9 explores multiple different programs with fairly open-ended projects so students can get an understanding of how the softwares work. But as you progress to the higher level media classes, the course becomes more specific to what the student is interested in.
In Media 9, everyone's doing the same assignment. So if you take Media 9, everyone's sort of assigned the same assignment at the same time. Once you get to grade 10 and 11 and 12, and if you're taking just a media class in those levels, you can then basically determine which particular software you want to specialize in.
Graphic design seems difficult, but once you have an understanding of how the tools and softwares work, it comes fairly easily. For MCTV News, Brielle Winsor reporting.
Here are your school announcements for Friday, January 21st. Are you a female student in grade 10, 11, or 12 considering a career in engineering? Well, you might be interested in attending a virtual session at UBC. To learn more, contact Student Services. Did you order a yearbook last year? If so, make sure to pick it up in room 103 during break time. Are you unhappy with your options for third quarter? Well, you can easily change them. Be sure to do it ASAP and contact Student Services for more information. The last day of classes for semester 1 is Monday, January 25th. Final exams will follow from Tuesday, January 26th to Thursday, January 28th. Please check with your subject teacher or the school website to find when you write. Remember that studying promotes success. Don't forget to bring your textbooks back to the library when you come in to write your final exam. Contact Mrs. Ziley if you have any questions or concerns. And be sure to remember to keep your hood off at all times. For these and all other school informations, keep connected by listening to the daily announcements, logging on to the school's website at www.mchs.gsacred.ab.ca, or by following the school on Facebook, Twitter, or Instagram. As well, be sure to subscribe to our YouTube channel by searching MCTV Morinville.
Up next, Sean Rattell takes us to local construction business DCR Construction and Painting to give us a look at how they run.
I am here at my own house to ask my parents about their company, DCR Construction and Painting, about what it is and what it's like working in it. And also I will be asking customer about their experience with the company. First, I asked my mom about the difficulty of painting sometimes and what COVID has done.
It can be. Stairwells are sometimes hard to get into, and there's a lot of different furniture and stuff that I need to move and work around people. It slowed it down. First we were shut down for quite a while, and now it's a lot slower and it's just starting to pick back up.
I asked my dad about what type of work he does in the construction business.
Well, I always did carpentry work. One of the main reasons I started this business was people were building crappy houses, so someone needed to fix them. I fix houses. I do renovations. We do kitchens, I install bathrooms, I do flooring, all sorts of stuff. It wasn't hard to start the company, but it's hard to get the word out because we do everything by word of mouth. We don't advertise or anything. We're a small company, so yeah, it takes a little bit to get the name out there and get people talking about you.
And finally, I talked to a customer to see how she liked the company and would she recommend them.
Well, I guess she sells herself, because I gave her a chance and it was an amazing job, and I am very, very happy with it. Oh, I definitely recommend them all the time to other people.
That was a small look at DCR Construction and Painting. For more information, call 780-270-8451 or visit DCR Construction and Painting on Facebook. Sean Rattell reporting.
Welcome back. Due to the pandemic, many sports had to shut down last year, but in recent news, certain sporting events have started back up again. Here to give us more information on all of our favorite sports is Brian Lavoie.
Thanks, Jillian. Last night in the NHL, the Montreal Canadiens had a dominating 7-3 victory over the Vancouver Canucks, in large part to Tyler Toffoli having a red-hot night. Connor Hellebuyck had an outstanding game with 28 saves to lead the Jets to a 4-1 victory over the Ottawa Senators. The Los Angeles Kings came from behind and netted 4 unanswered goals to beat the Colorado Avalanche 4-2. Tampa Bay won its first of 8 matches this season against Columbus in overtime 3-2, and Barzal and Eberle combined for 5 points on the night to lead the Islanders to victory over the New Jersey Devils 4-1. On to the NBA. LeBron James had 34 points last night to lead the Lakers to victory over the Bucks 113-106. The Utah Jazz are now 11-4 with a 129-118 victory over the Pelicans, and the Knicks beat Golden State 119-104 with RJ Barrett getting a career-high 28 points. In the NFL, this weekend we'll see the conference championship games being played to decide who goes to the Super Bowl. The Buccaneers will battle the Packers, and Buffalo Bills will try to upset the defending champs, the Kansas City Chiefs. Should make for some great football viewing. Coming up next, I had a chance earlier this month to head to the outdoor rinks in my hometown in Lavoie, Alberta, to see the impact they've been having on the community during this difficult COVID winter. This year, people have been trying to get outside and get some physical activity during the lockdown, and one of the best ways to do that in Lavoie is at the outdoor rinks.
Facilities, we're treating them like a park facility where they're outdoors. It is not recommended that shinny hockey be part of the activities on the outdoor rink, but it is open to anybody that wants to do recreational skating. What we're finding this year, there's been increased usage on our outdoor rink facility, and that's for the simple reasons that there's no recreational activities with the arenas being closed for the year.
Due to COVID-19, many things have been sacrificed this last year, and the same thing goes for the outdoor rinks. In previous years, the rink had a shack that was used for people to put their skates on.
To stay 10 people on the ice, always wear a mask, and stay 6 feet apart so you don't run into anybody and breathe on each other. Good way of not getting COVID. And after they closed up the shack for people don't go in there. And yeah, that's about it, what they have here at the outdoor rink.
There's only a 10-person limit, and you're supposed to stay 6 feet apart. And that's about it. And no shack, obviously.
The town of Lavoie introduced a second rink in Lavoie this year that is a smaller rink made on the parking lot at the Citadel Center.
We only had one outdoor rink, and because of the COVID and pandemic situation, we've decided that we would open another facility more so for family skating, like more for one-on-one with the parents and their children. And what we've seen is that that has also seen significant increase in usage.
Many citizens of all ages enjoy going skating and spending time socializing at the rinks.
that you could skate on here and get better for hockey. And after you could come here with your friends and chill.
I've been stacking puck with the boys. It's always a good time. Come here after work, just haul all night, you know what I'm saying?
With the pandemic, it had been really hard to get outside and get physical activity. But with Legal keeping the outdoor rinks open, it had been really good for residents' mental and physical health. For MCTV News, Braden Lavoie reporting.
And that's it for another episode of MCTV News. Join us again in May for our high schoolers' first episode of their school year. All this, plus sports and your 7-day weather forecast coming your way on our next episode in May. Well, for our first year in MCTV, I think we did pretty good.
Especially for the fact we did over a pandemic. I think all of us pushed through rather well.
Yeah, so I'd just like to say, thank you to everybody here on the floor and in the back room. Everybody in this class did amazingly well.
Especially thank you to Mr. B for being our director and producers and inspiring us in each class.
From all of us at MCTV News, I'm Matthias Kidd.
And I'm Jillian Andrews. Thanks for tuning in.